Let's talk about why it is so important to have mentorship. As someone who is growing into your life purpose, who is claiming your life purpose, who is here to make an impact in the world, reach a lot of people, make boatloads of money, but in a way that feels deeply aligned for you as a soul on a mission. First, we're going to jump into my book here, One Truth, One Law, I Am, I Create, and I Am God's Source. Inside of it says, when you're listening or taking advice from other people, you need to evaluate the source. Ask yourself, is this a person who is on the life path of listening to themselves and following their blueprint, or do they want to impress others? Do they let other people influence them as opposed to listening to their inner self? If you can find someone to guide you who is dedicated to listening to their inner self, this can be very helpful to get you to a similar point. But if you choose to take the advice of people who aren't listening to themselves and are instead trying to make everybody else happy, you're going to create the same messy situation for yourself. Let's talk about this because I was talking about my big next level investment that I just made yesterday. I have invested $120,000 in 6 months with my mentor. I did this because I know that she's 100% all in on her intuition and she is further ahead of me in business. Also, I'm one of the most powerful mirrors on earth, and you're here watching this video with me because you have super powerful soul gifts that if you fully embodied them, you would become one of the most powerful, whatever your soul gift is on earth. So one of my soul gifts is I see others' soul gifts immediately. And I'm like, oh, that's your soul gift. And then the second thing is I mirror back to you your soul gifts, but also all the ways that you're currently blocking next levels of stepping into power. So you're probably already powerful if you're here watching this video with me, but there's a next level of power embodiment. Anyway, that's what I mirror back to people. And so with my mentor, I can see her soul gifts, and one of her soul gifts is that she amplifies others' soul gifts. So for me, I've been able to see and mirror back how they're blocking their power and what their soul gifts are to everyone else. But I couldn't see it clearly for myself. But in my mentor's energy, I all of a sudden can use my gift on myself. And so that's priceless. I would pay more for this. I would pay anything for this. And here's the thing, like we're not here on earth to be islands unto ourselves. We're here as souls to communicate, to come together, to work together, to achieve big, huge goals, to literally to change the earth from old earth to new earth. If you are not on my email list is a complete party right now because I am bringing the biggest downloads and transmissions and frequencies through, and it's incredible. So you should totally get on my email list. Highly, highly recommend. I'm going to put a link in the description for my divine alignment energy activation. It's completely free for you, and it's the most powerful energy activation I ever transmitted. It came through on a really, really special portal day earlier this year. And as soon as it came through, I knew I have to make this a free offer and give it to everyone. So anyway, I got this really cool comment when I was talking on Instagram about this investment, of how I had to walk myself through the fear to invest $120,000. Over the first 6 years of my business, I've invested many, many hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't actually know the actual amount. And all of my mentors, by the way, have given me something invaluable and has been such a great experience. But not all of them were 100% all in on following their inner guidance yet. And that's okay. But that led me in divine timing to knowing when it was time for me to move on. So I got this comment on Instagram. I love what you shared about next level investments, and I'm so curious about your mentor. Who are they and what are they mentoring you on? So valuable to know that to be a mentor, you also have to be willing to be a mentee. And let's talk about this. First of all, I'll tell you who it is. It's Exo Gingy on Instagram, and she is a business coach, and she is totally badass. Highly recommend following her because she's incredible. Yes, there is going to be a stage on your journey when you feel like to allow yourself to open up and be vulnerable with someone else, that you would be saying you're less than, not good enough. And with the wrong sort of mentorship, it's going to feel this way. It's going to feel like your mentor's up here and you're down here. That's not the kind of mentorship that I believe in, that I would ever hold space for anyone, or that I would ever engage in myself. In the situations where I've understood the mentor I had signed up with wanted to hold that kind of space with me, I was out the door. No, thank you. I'm in it for power meets power. We both see each other as powerful beings, and we choose to amplify what we're doing in the world together. But at the same time, I want my mentor to be able to fully support and hold me. That means on the good days, on the bad days, to hold me in the high highs of tremendous excitement, jumping up and down in celebration, like, oh my gosh, this amazing thing just happened. I'm so excited. And also on the days when it's like, I'm feeling really, really low. Now, I'm actually pretty light to hold as a mentee now, because I had a past mentor who held me through the lows in a way that transferred to me permanently, to where now I can hold myself easily through the lows. I really don't need a mentor to do that for me anymore. But I mentor my people through that so beautifully because of how my past mentor held me. And I'm just like, I can do this on my own. I can do life without mentorship, without someone who's further ahead of me, leading me. But I've had both experiences, and I know with absolute certainty that I move much faster, in deeper alignment on my path when I am being held in mentorship. I know that when I fully believe in myself, I say yes to giving myself the support. And when I don't, I hesitate, I resist, but it's not because I don't believe in them that they could be a good mentor. It's because I actually don't believe in myself to go all in. So the more that you're like, I am 100% in belief around myself and what I am creating in the world, the more that you are actually going to show up, be vulnerable, and get the most incredible transformation out of mentoring. But it's never a thing where you're less than, or you can't hold other people because someone's holding you. It's the total opposite. I can hold other people, the people that are led to me, 100 times better when I have an incredible mentor holding me. That's the truth. I can hold people without mentorship supporting me, but it's so much deeper and stronger and more powerful when I do. And it's really allowing myself to fully receive. I allow myself to fully receive, which makes me a match for all the other things that I desire to receive flowing into me. So I wish someone had told this to me. I know I am told me in my book years ago, but I wish someone had explained this to me in terms of business for the first few years. The first few years, I just followed my intuition, and it got me to a certain level. But it got to a point where my filter was blocking next levels of my intuition bringing me information. So my mentor knows her job is just to tell me to listen to my intuition. And she brings energetic clarity around that. And so it's very, very simple. It's not a like less than. It's a holy cow. I am the most powerful version of me. And from this place, I lift everyone up in my world. And I love everyone with my full heart. Because here's the thing. When we don't have someone holding and supporting us, things can start to feel heavy in our reality. And I'm very good at setting boundaries, but still it can feel heavy when we don't have somebody that can easily support us. And that means we're going to push off taking the next steps on our journey, the next steps that we're guided to, because we don't want to experience more heaviness. We don't want to call in more heaviness. So that's another thing that I find is absolutely incredible about mentorship is I see where I don't need to carry heaviness anymore, and I let it go. And I see it so clearly and so quickly because that's my gift. And with my mentor, she's letting me use my own gift on myself. And it's interesting because sometimes I'm like, gosh, my clients are so lucky. I just tell them everything they can't see, exactly what actions to take, and they go do it. And it's so easy. And it's like, gosh, I wish I had that kind of support for myself. And I'm just really, really celebrating that I now do. Thank you for spending this time with me. I love you so much. I guess I'd like you to know that it's safe for you to invest in yourself in whatever way that looks like. I started my investing in myself journey with a $90 purchase 7 or 8 years ago about how to clean up a messy house. And here I am now investing $120,000 in 6 months of mentorship. But this journey has all been about learning to trust myself deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and allowing the universe and everyone else in my life to support me. And that's the magic. I love you so much.